Good morning. Well, day 3 of plant 22, I guess. It is early. It is a Sunday, and I am going to go to church this morning. The plan here is, what is the plan here? So we have a 35-acre piece that Brock worked up a couple days ago that's ready to plant. I'm going to try and get that done before church. If I can be done by 9 a.m., then I can go to church from there. And yeah, you can't see me at all. And then we can come back, and Dad should have some stuff worked up that we can go to the next field. So the first thing I'm doing this morning is cleaning out my seed hoppers. Remember I told you last night when we went to that field that we were going to, we had plenty of seed, and I should have had about 3 extra units. Well, I've cleaned out one side, and we've got a pretty full bag and a half a bag. So yeah, we're about 3 units if there's the same in the other side, which there may or may not be. But I've got this handy little chute here, funnel. It's a little big and awkward, but it does do a pretty good job of funneling the seed into a bag or something. So just make sure you come back and close your doors, because you know, we know what happens when these don't get properly closed. All right, now we gotta do the other side. So this thing just kind of hooks up there. I can't quite get it past the end of the door on this one because the hoses are in the way, but then we can open the door. And I have a makeshift plug that I've put in there so the seed doesn't actually keep pouring out. This tank did not have much in it. The other one had more. And we just kind of let that out. We'll let it hang out in there. I can take my bag and hold it under there. Pull my plug out. And all the seed rolls out. You know, there was definitely not much in this side. The other side had a bag and a half. This one only had hardly any. Seed going in. Small field here. We only need 330 pounds in each side. 8 units. So this one should load up pretty quick. This is pink, all pink, because it is not a blended refuge. Somebody asked about that the other day, is why was there 2 different colors? And the answer is because the seed that we plant for the most part has a blended refuge where it's got some of it is got rootworm and corn borer traits, some of it does not, and they change the seed colors so that you can tell the difference in them when you're loading your planter. But this does not have that blended, so it's a solid color. Trying to get it just right. 330. There you go. I really like the fact that I can completely clean this seed tender out. It's a hydraulic driven auger. It goes backwards with a push of a button. There's a full bucket in it every time, but that's it. We're loaded up and ready to go to the field. I'm grabbing some breakfast. Planting. So our driveway in this field's kind of in the middle of these ends, and you can see there's a little square there that's still got a lot of weeds. We try not to work that or plant that, and so as we get up to it, I'm going to slow down here a little bit. And then over here, we have a button that will turn off half the planter, or a switch. So we're getting right up to the driveway, so I click that. You'll notice here those turn black, so we're not planting on that side of the planter yet. I'm leaving it in the ground, and that's why we're going slow, because there's some stones and rocks in there. But those first 8 rows are not planting anything. As we get through the driveway to about right there, we flip our switch back to the middle, and it turns them on. This field worked up beautifully. Even down here, this is some low ground that's typically really wet around it, and it's dry. It's gorgeous. I mean, we've got great conditions here. Fun times. Fun times. Driving my 8RX, my perfectly smooth fields. Oh, this is good. What's today? Today's the 23rd, 24th of April? 24th, I believe. It's going well. I'm catching up on some YouTube that I've fallen behind on, so yeah. One thing that's a little bit different here, you know, let me zoom in. Let me zoom in a little more. You can actually see my flow monitors there for the fertilizer a little bit better because we're not using any of that black label in here. So it is clear enough to at least see them. Sorry, I gotta turn. And the plastic red balls in there are still floating clear to the top. We need to put some different ones in there. Watch. And there they go all the way to the top. So we need to put some heavier ones in so they float in the middle of those gauges a little bit better. But the fact that they're all up to the top means that they're all flowing and working. They may, yeah, that's a good thing. It's good to be able to tell. So my low tank warning light had been on for a while. Planter hasn't run out of seed yet, but we're uneven. I can see seed in this tank, I can't in that one. We don't have a ton left to do here, but we're gonna get out and level them up here before we make this turn. Ha! Must have been bridged up or something, because there's clearly still seed in there. But there was a little bit more in this side, so we'll even them up a little bit. We got plenty though. Last pass of the field. We made it. It is 8:50 a.m. Church is at 10, so we got time. We're gonna go home, take a shower real quick, and get cleaned up and go to that. And then we'll come back and hopefully plant some more. But we will see, based on the rain and where Dad's at and how everything else is going. My Huggins bracing. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Go in peace. Serve the Lord. Thanks be to God. All right, I am back. I was looking at my planting outlines a little bit on the bean side of it. The fields that Phil is going to go and plant today, if he's going to go and plant, which I think he is, I don't have the beans treated yet, so we have to treat them. It's these 2922s. I need 4 boxes of them. We're going to mix up some chemical and run them through as fast as possible because I want to be planting corn, not treating beans right now. This is my fault for not being more prepared and getting stuff done ahead of time. But what are you going to do? So let's do this as quickly as possible. Phil just stopped. He went to go look at some of the fields, the ones that I saw him on his way to go look at and thought for sure he was going to go there. His dad said he thought they were good. Phil's a little pickier. He's not going to go there, which means we don't need to be treating these beans right now. Well, we're almost done now, so we're going to finish it. We just got 2 more boxes, the one on the treater and that one. Hopefully, he's going to go do a different field. Hopefully, we've got the beans treated for that one. Okay, we're leaving it there. We do have the other beans that he's going to need treated. They were some of the first ones that we did for our farm, so let's go get our planter loaded up. It's going to take a little while. This is a very large field we're going to. It's going to be a real late night if it doesn't rain. We've got 3 different varieties going up there. We can't take all the fertilizer we want with us, so we're going to put variety number 1 in. We're going to take fertilizer to do that, and then we're going to have to come back and reload because I don't even have our tender trailer here. It's still down to Berkey, so I couldn't have somebody bring us fertilizer if I wanted to. The stress level is high. I ran out of boron, so I had to break out another shuttle. I can't get it in there right now, so I just used a hand jug to measure it out and put it in. We're good there. We're all loaded up and ready to go for the first 50 to 60 acres worth. I've got bags of seed in. This first variety that we're planting is 112 day. I only bought 24 bags of it. Just let me double check. Yeah, we're good. So we aren't going to be able to plant a lot until we have to come back and refill. We've got enough fertilizer to plant that plus some because it was easier to just put 1,050 in than it was to put 800 in and do the math. But finally, at 1:30, we're ready to go plant again. Stress level is high. Mistakes are being made. I spilled a little seed. We got it cleaned up. It's fine. It just cost me some time. Time I don't have to waste. We ain't gonna get this done tonight. Here's the field Phil's working in. Looks decent to me. This corner right back there is the wettest spot in the field, so if he's made it through that and still moving, that means he's gonna keep going. So hopefully he'll get this disced up and then get the planter, but I somehow doubt we're gonna have time to get that done today. There he is. And over there, if I can hold the phone steady enough, is Dad finishing up the end rows in the field that we're going to plant. Good deal. Well, I screwed up again, kind of. We had a fertilizer line blow out. You see how the planter is all nice and fertilizer coated right over there, that vac fan and all over there? One of my lines blew out on the meters there, the gauges, and the problem was in my script. So I run prescriptions. In my high rate zone, I missed a decimal. So it was trying to put 140 gallons on instead of 14.1. And yeah, so we just set it to a fixed rate of 12. And I'm going to try and get on my phone here, see if I can make or fix my script and resend it to the tractor, and then we can reload it and use it. But I don't know if that'll work or not. We'll find out. Haha, look at this. I think. Import files. Not going to let me do it while I'm moving, or recording at least. It's there though. We'll do it on the end. Right there, that's what we want. See if it'll come. It's a script, which it should be. Data imported successfully. Sweet. Now let's go to our menu. Applications, work setup, starter, RX 424. It's that one. Max rate now is 14.1. Before that said 1,000 or like 141 or something. I don't know. I was off, and it made my pressures way too high. Save. Okay. Oh, there. Okay. All right. Now we should be back to using our script. Well, it's working. This changes when I change into the different colored zones there. We have another thing that we need to do in this field. So I've said it before, but this is our irrigated cornfield, right? So we set our pump up clear over there by those trees in the corner. We lay pipe out across the center lane, and then we put runs in with the rows every so often, and we use our traveling gun to irrigate. We've got a big rock there. We're going to make a mark of it. And so we need to skip passes, shift over 10 feet every 9 planter passes, except for the first one should be after the 5th planter pass, which we're planning right now. Rock. And so the next pass, we're going to skip over 10 feet, and that'll leave our lane where we can then pull our irrigation gun out when we get here to irrigating and stuff. So instead of taking the corn out after we plant it, we just skip over and don't plant it. Saves a little bit of seed, makes it a whole lot easier to do. So one of the things that I am still trying to figure out here is on the 2630s, and on this we can do tram lines. And I have them, it's the green ones, but how do I make it show here? I need it to be, actually the one we are in now is the one I want to be the tram line. So I gotta figure out how to do that. Here's the tram line button. Maybe if we turn it on now. Nope, that didn't work. I'm not sure. We gotta figure that one out. Because I want it to show up green on the one before I need to skip, so that I remember I need to skip. Otherwise I will forget. Well, I did not figure that setting out in the monitor there. I'll have to do a little research, but we did skip our 10 feet there, and that'll be our first irrigation lane. The center lane is it's somewhere up here. We didn't chisel it. I showed you that the other day when we were up at this field looking to see if it was dry enough. Which, by the way, this worked up beautifully. I mean, this is just perfect conditions. So, but right here is our center lane. Dad did fit all the way through it, so he leveled it off with the field cultivator, but it's solid underneath. Right there. We'll auto track it and have a good record of it when we're done here. Okay, well, we are moving right along here. We still didn't get our tram lines figured out exactly how they're supposed to be, so I've got this page pulled up and I can count. And this is pass number 8, so we need to do one more and then skip one, which puts us right at the edge of the woods there, and that's exactly where I had a lane the last time. So we're right on where everything is good here. let's see, we've got 35-ish acres done here. That's good. You remember that video clip that I just made telling you that when we got back to this end of the field we were going to skip our 10 feet? I forgot. Dang it. Until I got halfway across the field and I looked up and I'm like, oh, there's the trees I was supposed to shift over. So, rather than finishing and planting the whole thing, we're going to go back to the beginning. We're going to shift over 10 feet and plant the 10 feet on the other side of that pass that we need to. And then we're just going to have to take out 4 rows when corn comes up. It's fine. It's fine. I've done worse things in my life, but that was a screw up. So this field here is also kind of odd shaped. We've got a square part, but then there's a triangle in the back there that the angle runs along the river and stuff, but we do not have this field. And the rows from here to the road are a half a mile long. And so when you get past this corner and we go through there, they get really long, and it's longer than we can make a round with or even a pass with the combine. And I can't pull the irrigation gun out that far. We've only got a 1/4 mile hose, so when we're right in the middle of the field, we can make it to here. So I'm actually putting end rows in. We're gonna go all the way straight through to the river. We're not gonna stop right here, and then we'll plant that separate from this stuff up here. I will skip over my 10 feet and leave a lane in the middle because we've got to have an escape path for our when we're pulling the irrigation gun out and stuff. We gotta be able to get out of the middle of the field. So right on the edge of it. Anyway, that's what we're doing now. We're making our end rows across the rows here. Man, this fit up beautifully. Oh, it's so nice. It's so nice. Dad brought the boys up in the gator. There's a big old rock over there, and they're helping him dig it out. I somehow don't think they're gonna get that with the gator. There's the we're out of seed. I knew we were getting low. I just leveled them off, so planter's empty. We're right on the edge of a lane. We just skipped a pass. Dad's brought me a seed tender. It is up there. It appears that they have brought a piece of plywood, gotten the rock on it, and are sledding it off the field with a kid riding on there. Oh yeah, that's going well. Good job, kid. So these are the other 2 varieties we're going to put up here. We're going to start with this box, and we're putting the whole thing in. 10D21, that's 110 day, that is high population. High population. We're going to plant some of it over 40,000. So I am trying out the auto scale thing there. Thanks to whichever one of you it was that commented on yesterday's video telling me how to do that. Turns out there's a switch right underneath there. And I keyed in, we need 1,050 pounds. It started at 1,050 and it's counting down, which is different than it's ever done before. So we'll see if it shuts off. I've got my button handy if it doesn't, but that'd be cool to get that working. Oh, it worked! Dead on! That was awesome! I should have filmed it quicker. Let's see if I can start it again here. I can! 1,050? Counting down. Oh, that is sweet. Oof. Look how dirty everything got. This side of everything is filthy. It's from when that fertilizer line blew and it was spraying back across. What happened was this hose right here popped out of the end of that, and so instead that hose was just spraying fertilizer all over the planter back towards the center. And this side of everything got really dirty. The other side is fine. That stuff will wash off. We need to wash it off. Obviously, I don't have any water here to do so, so not a big deal. But we picked up Brayson. They came up and saw me for a minute. He wants to ride. We've got plenty of seed, and we've got a lot of fertilizer yet. We can do a lot. We're gonna need more fertilizer, so I'll plan on just taking the pickup home and getting more when we need it. We've got that blue nurse tank, 1,000 gallons, that it'll work. So we'll get that up here instead of driving the planter back and forth. And we're gonna go plant for a while. All they do, come in here and eat my food, don't you? Nice hat. Hey, can you tell everybody what you did today?
I went bowling.
Went bowling? Who went with you?
Mama.
Mama, and who else?
Rylan.
Rylan, and it was with a bunch of your friends from school, right? In Rylan's class?
Yeah.
Yeah. Daddy wanted to go, but I was playing corn. I'll take you bowling sometime, though. And I'm glad you're riding with me now. Just don't eat all my chippies, okay? Okay. Oh boy, I hope my dad doesn't watch this video. See that number there? 41,500 seeds per acre. That's thick. That's real thick. So for context, our standard planting rate, which standard is kind of, our average is around 32,000 seeds per acre. It's been that way for a long time, but as you guys know, I do variable rate planting, make prescription maps based on yield history and yield zones in different areas of the field. And so I plant anywhere from as low as 20 to 22,000 up to this one at 41.5, most of it being between 28 and 34,000. That's seeds per acre, or corn plants in an acre, ideally. This particular hybrid is a very determinate fixed ear. The ear is going to be the same size on this plant, no matter if I plant it at 28,000 or 40,000. So the more ears that we have, the better our yields are going to be. And this hybrid also has very, very solid agronomics, where it has great stalks, great roots. It can handle those higher plant populations and not go down and fall over, and we worry about it lodging and stuff. This is our irrigated field. This is as high yielding as we get. That right there, that spot back there, and right where we're sitting, is probably part of our NCGA corn growers trial experiment. What are we talking? Yield contest spot next year. We might have a couple of them up here with different varieties and stuff, but like, we're gonna push the heck out of that. We're gonna pour the fertility to it. We're gonna put nitrogen on it like crazy. We're gonna water the heck out of it. We're gonna make that block in this entire field, for that matter, yield as much as possible. 300 bushel is very, very doable underwater up here, so let's do it. And so that's why we're planting this high. If we were in any other field, there's no way I would plant it this thick. I probably wouldn't even plant this hybrid. I didn't plant any of this hybrid last year because I didn't have an irrigated cornfield to put it in. I did plant it up here 2 years ago. We ran some 273 bushel corn with this hybrid, planted at 36 to 37,000. That wasn't thick enough. That's why we're pushing it up to 39, 41, 42,000 here to see what we can do. So it's a trial. We're experimenting. Completely out. You guys see that? That is starting to look like it's going to be a problem. Just a second, I'll show you. Maybe, if it loads. Maybe. Dang, it's kind of popping up out of nowhere. Oh, come on. Come on. There it is. That's gonna nail us, I have a feeling. Sliding north, we might miss the brunt of it, but I think we're gonna get rained out. Dang it. Well, we'll plant as long as we can here. Hopefully at least get up to the next irrigation lane. We do have 71 acres done. I mean, we've had a good day already. But I had every intention of finishing this field, even if it was going to be 2 o'clock in the morning. So getting rained out at 6 o'clock is not ideal. I thought he was sleeping, so I went to get my snacks out. As soon as he heard the wrinkling of the pick, what are you getting? They're like vultures. Is it good at least? Okay, good. There's our first raindrops. I'm debating on how far to push this because it's going to rain. I know it's going to rain. We are right up to a irrigation lane. We'll be right on that end of the planter, so the next pass needs shifted. Question is, am I going to remember that if I pull out of here now? Do I care if my planter gets rained on? It needs washed off anyway, so not really. That seed setting over there is fine. Those boxes will be just fine. One of them's empty anyway. I think we should pull out of here. I think we should pull out when we get up to the end. If I try another round and we get stuck in the back when it starts downpouring, then we're in trouble. What did you just ask me?
What did I guess? stuck.
He says, what if we get stuck in this field today?
And we are.
We're not going to get stuck.
Yeah, we are.
That's it. We're quitting right now just so we don't get stuck.
We're getting stuck.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys. Time to go. We're all folded up. The farm is 2.5 miles south. That way. That way. Unfortunately, we have to go all the way around the block because there's a bridge there that we cannot get across. And actually, with this tractor and the planter and everything folded up, we can get across it. But it has a 10-ton weight limit, and this tractor weighs 43,000 pounds. I am not taking it across that bridge. Nope, no way. We made the right choice pulling out of there. This tractor's a little rough on the road. A little rough. I feel like the dirt roads are probably better on the tracks than the paved roads. So we're taking the dirt roadway home. Oh yeah, we definitely made the right decision to quit when we did. So Phil just called me. He's getting my seed tender, and he said that he's got the shop opened up. He thought we could just pull in there. So almost back. All right, so we are back. We managed to pull it in the shop here. Admittedly, we pushed it pretty hard on the way back and got it up to road speed. But I just was getting out and looking at these tracks, and they're quite toasty. Yeah, we're not overloaded on the weight of the tractor according to the charts that they have in there for road speeds and weight. Like it says you're allowed, but like that's hot. I wonder if we need a alignment. We need to get all the mud out of it. That's one thing, but there's no mud on the rolling surfaces, so I don't know. Well, I know we got rained out and it's wet, but once again we lucked out. That was 0.06 of an inch, and we'll be back in the fields tomorrow if that's all we get. Must have got windy, blew a chem shuttle over. All right, well, that gives me a little bit of time to catch up on some stuff. We've got a little stuff we need to do to the planter. We need to get that empty boron shuttle out of there, get the new one up there, move some of this stuff around a little bit, clean up our planter and our tractor some stuck yesterday and from our fertilizer spill and that kind of stuff. Plus I've got beans to treat, so I'm probably gonna go work on that tonight, right now. All right, it is now 9 o'clock. I was done about 6:30 that last clip there, and decided that rather than come down and treat beans right away, I was going to take the opportunity to spend some time in the house with my wife and kids. So I did that. They're in bed now, so now we're going to do some more treating here. Those are the 5 I did earlier. We're going to clean those up and then do another 5 probably. Just trying to see what I've got left. I think I've got 6 or 7 more boxes of ours to do. Yeah, it'd be nice to get ours done, but I've only got enough inoculant for 200 more units, so that would be 5 more boxes. So that's what I'm thinking we're going to do tonight. And then we've gotten a little bit more rain. We're up to a 1/10.5 now, so it'll at least take the morning for stuff to dry out. And I don't know if we'll be able to plant tomorrow or not. Depends on how much more rain we get, I guess. It's not looking good though. So we'll have tomorrow to treat some beans, get some stuff delivered hopefully, and catch up on some of the things that we need to do. Last box of the night. This one's number 7 for tonight, plus the 5 I did earlier is 12 today. This is the last one of our beans, so I do have some more for some customers to do yet, but we're getting very close to the end, finally. That is good. So we've got 1 full keg yet. I think we're gonna have to tap it. That one's, I don't think it's half full, but there's some in it yet. Yeah, getting closer. We did use a little bit of some other treatment I had today. They gave me a jug of Cruiser Max Apex, which is the new formulation for next year. It's got an added fungicide in it, that Viantis component that we used a little bit of last year, if you'll remember way back to that. They gave me a 2.5 gallon jug of the premix. Well, there's no label in it, so showing you the jug doesn't mean anything, but Cruiser Max Apex. So we tried that on 4 of these boxes. That jug treated 4 boxes, so we'll have a little side-by-side comparison there. Also, I'm out of inoculant. We are done with this pump stand, so I flushed some water through it on the last box here. Just trying to rinse everything out and flush it. We got a drain the lines and everything, and yeah, but it's good. All right, it's 10:30. Time to go in and edit a YouTube video. The things I do for you guys every day this week, every day, right? I think, yeah. I made them all through the weekend. So anyway, thanks for watching today. I don't know where we're at with the rain or planting corn tomorrow. I'm not saying we won't, but I would guess that we need a day off just to let things dry out, and it's probably gonna rain tomorrow anyway. So yeah. Thanks for watching today. Have a great night. Hit that like and subscribe button for me, please. And we'll definitely see you again tomorrow, no matter what we're working on. Thanks for watching, everybody.